Every day is a battle for your mind raging. Information coming from every angle with the will to deceive. Fear not. You found the place for truth. The voice of a generation that still has the will to believe in the greatest country in the history of the world. This is the Charlie Kirk Show. Buckle up. Here we go.
All right, welcome to the Charlie Kirk Show. I'm Andrew Kolvet, joined by Blake Neff in studio, back here in Phoenix after an amazing evening in Ole Miss and Oxford, Mississippi. Truly one of the most amazing events that I have ever seen in person to be a part of. Blake, you held down the home fort here yesterday. Great show. I got lots of compliments from people, so well done. Also, I want to do one of those dumb questions with you.
We need to have time. We should. A lot of people liked that.
What we need to do is we need to have like a bunch of Turning Point kids just call in, like make it available to them, and we'll just do like a dumb.
And we could turn the tables, do an Ask Gen Z where we try to figure out what
is 6'7".
Yeah,
what is exactly. So, but I mean, just genuinely, I have not had my phone light up like that in a long time, and it was really amazing to be there. Erika Kirk knocked it out of the park with one of the most, I think, morally clear, just inspiring, courageous messages. I mean, we're sort of getting accustomed to her delivering these amazing messages. I mean,
what a woman!
What a woman! Blake's famous line. I mean, listen, and then to have JD come. Like, here's what blows me away: is you do not see politicians do that. You do not see the vice president of the United States, not in an election year, just get up and take unvetted,
it's so
questions.
old-fashioned. Everyone's so used to politicians being so many layers around it. But it's the old-fashioned way of doing things. You know, in the 1800s. Everyone's talking about the White House. You used to be able to just walk up and knock on the White House front door, and you could ask for a meeting with the president. And
the people's
this is kind of a modern version of that. The vice president is out there. You can get access to him. You can ask him questions.
It was so raw. I mean, like they were asking about Israel. They were asking about, what about your wife's not? She's brown. She's not a Christian.
It's so gutsy to take questions like that.
And he answered them with such grace and transparency, but yet he was still authoritative. He was on the offense. He never let the question or the questioner put him on sort of like the back heel. He was forward pushing the entire time. It was a triumph.
And
it really was.
Charlie would be so proud because he believed in JD from a very early day, and we've seen him. He's always had so much promise, but we've also seen him just get better and better and better.
Way better.
Because he's been, and the way you should get better, which is just getting out there, fighting every day, getting the experience, getting the reps, the same way Charlie did.
No, totally right. And let's without further ado, let's play some of these clips. Let's start with Erika. Now, you hear about the greatest generation. And Erika really wanted to make a point last night that she believes that Gen Z, and by the way, I believe this too. As a millennial, I believe this about you, Gen Z, that you are the courageous generation. My generation was sort of like, we're still getting over the Obama hangover or whatever. We got really excited about Obama in 2008 and 2012. Gen Z has a chance to be the courageous generation, and she, almost like in this prophetic, authoritative tone, she spoke right into the heart of Gen Z and said, "You are the courageous generation." Play cut 262.
You are the courageous generation. That's what you are. All of you. Gen Z. You are the courageous generation. Hear me when I say that. My husband believed that to his core. That's why he went on campuses. That's why he was trying to reach you. You are the courageous generation. Own it. Make him proud.
Yeah, wow. I mean, you could hear her repeat. It was almost like she wanted to force their hearts to burst open and believe this thing that Charlie believed about them, that they are the courageous generation, that they really can be a turning point, and not to even use the cliche, but like in a real, genuine sense, we're seeing these signs of life from Gen Z that we have not seen in a long time, that people didn't believe were possible. And Charlie, by sheer force of will and pure action, offense, went into these college campuses, changed the narrative. 15 billion social media views later helps get President Trump elected. They were part of that. They are part of the solution. I really believe that. And our job is to keep it going. Erika's job is to keep it going. JD Vance's job is to keep it going. And to earn it, by the way, Blake, you know this. Charlie's favorite word in the English language was earn, and Erika talked about that last night. I don't know if you saw that clip. If not, we can play it.
She said that a few times, I think. He loved earn because, you're not entitled to anything. He loves the idea of, Charlie lived that out more than anyone. Everything is earned. Everything is worked for. And the most meaningful things are worked for.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, gosh, Charlie, it's funny because, Charlie started off really, really good at a few things. He earned his way to becoming really good at a lot of things. Let's play 261.
Charlie loved the word earn. Earn your voice. This is about your legacy. Each one of you in this room, everyone watching, when you earn your voice and you stand up for what is right, that is a part of your legacy, your family's legacy, just as much as it is part of Charlie's legacy. Don't forget that. Don't ever forget that. Because if there's one thing I've learned, especially being with Charlie for the past 7 years, it's that the hope we're looking for is not found in Washington. It's not found in media. It's right here. All of you. This is the hope.
This is the hope. The kids in that room. I mean, just to put it in perspective here, by the way, and we are going to get to the JD clips, but just to put it in perspective, there's about 27,000 students at Ole Miss. 14,000 of them registered for this event. 14,000. That arena held 10,000. So we had over half of the student body at Ole Miss registered to come to this event. We had 10,000 students. There was an additional 13,000. Hear me again, 13,000 adults that we had, our team worked with the Ole Miss PR department to communicate with them and say, please do not come. It's going to be rainy and you can't get in. You're not going to get in. Please don't come. They came anyways. See this visual of all the people lining up. And it was like miles long. And so, it's raining. It's soggy. They still lined up. Even when we told them you couldn't come, they wanted to see if they get in the standby line. 10,000 people in that arena standing for the entire Erika Kirk speech. They did not sit for the entire speech that Erika gave. And then Erika, of course, brings in JD Vance, the vice president of the United States, not an election year, doesn't have to do this, but he takes the questions anyways. Blake, where should we go first?
Yeah, there's so many different things he answered, some of them on pretty tough ones. How about let's just do, for example, he took a question on, people have highlighted, since immigration, H-1Bs, immigration from India has become an issue, and he just confronted, he is himself married to an Indian woman. So let's play 260.
Cool.
I am married to the daughter of immigrants who came to the United States in the 1980s. I do believe that some immigrants, many immigrants do in fact enrich the United States of America. But here's the problem. We don't even know how many illegal aliens we have. We don't even know. The best guess is probably 25, 30 million people. I've heard estimates as high as 50 million. When something like that happens, you've got to allow your own society to cohere a little bit, to build a sense of common identity, for all the newcomers to assimilate, the ones who are going to stay, to assimilate into American culture. Until you do that, you've got to be careful about any additional immigration, in my view.
Yeah, I mean, I love that he went right for it. There was actually, Usha played a particularly interesting role in some of the questioning, and we can get to some of that. But what stood out to me is that he did not dodge. He did not evade. He answered the question that was asked. He didn't do the PR thing where he sort of pivoted to what he wanted to talk about.
Exactly. Yeah,
and I think that came through. People were blown away by that. And I would just say, people sometimes think that we screen these questions. Even when Charlie was up there, we don't screen them. We don't do anything. The only screening
we have way too many occasionally awkward moments for it to have been screened.
No, exactly. We don't screen any of them. We just say, if you disagree, come to the front of the line. That's it. That's the one rule. So I guess you do screen, but you screen for the hardest ones and the ones they try and trip you up with. And JD, to his credit, he said it on this show when we were at the White House. He said, I want to do what Charlie did. I want to just take questions from the audience. That's how I'm going to honor Charlie. So God bless him for that. More on the other side of this break. We'll be right back. Oh, Alan Jackson. I don't want to skip that. We are honored to be partnering with Jackson Ministries, and today I want to point you to their podcast. It's called The Culture in Christianity podcast, the Alan Jackson Podcast. What makes it unique is Pastor Alan's biblical perspective. He takes the truth from the Bible and applies it to issues we're facing today: gender confusion, abortion, immigration, Doge, Trump and the White House, even issues in the church. He doesn't just discuss the problems, though. In every episode, he gives practical things you and I can do to make a difference. His guests have incredible expertise, powerful testimonies, and each episode will make you recognize the power of your own faith. Kind of like Erika said, you got to earn it. You can do it. You can be that voice in your community. So each episode will make you dig deep, find what the Bible says about the problem that you may be facing, and you're going to find it informative and encouraging. So be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, etc. Alan Jackson Ministries is working hard. Check it out. We'll be right back.